Hello and welcome to All for Hunters. I'm Franco and this is the Gecko 35 Pro LRF from Nitehog. This is a thermal imaging monocular that has a lot of features that are interesting for the hunter, such as high resolution 640 by 512, possibility of video recording integrated into the device, a laser range finder, the possibility to connect to a smart device, and a lot more. We recently reviewed this device, and you can find the link of that article in the text. What I am here for today is actually to test it in the field. I want to see how it performs, what's the ergonomy, the feedback and manipulation, controls, menu and stuff like that, and how actually copes with situations such as a field with rocks have been heated the whole day under the sun, or on the opposite, in daybreak, a valley that has fog and that blocks all visibility of what's under that fog. I want to see this, and you are gonna see it with me in this video. So this is the Nitehog Gecko 35 Pro. It's pretty compact. It seems to be pretty well laid out. We only have 4 controls. This is the power button, then we have a menu button, and we have an up and down button. Each of these buttons actually have multiple functions, as we'll see soon. Plus, we have a diopter adjustment knob, which is right on the left of the eyepiece, and we have a focusing knob on the objective. The objective is protected by a hinged cap that is also rotating, so that it actually can be placed out of the way when we are using the device to avoid disturbing the window of the laser range finder. On the eyepiece part, we also see that there is a infrared sensor which may be used to turn off the display when it's not next to our eyes. This is the microphone, and on the underside we can find a rubber cover which basically protects the connectors for the USB and the HDMI video out ports. Plus, we find the usual tripod mount, and the whole device is pretty compact and lightweight. There is only one panel in rubber on the side of the device, and it's used to give a little bit of feedback when we are holding the device. We tested the Nitehog Gecko 35 Pro LRF in a lot of situations: nighttime, daytime, with cold, hot situations, and with fog and rain. I was really impressed with the performance of the Gecko with fog. In this clip, we can see that in this valley at daybreak that is covered in fog, with the Gecko, I was able to see a very small bird that flies away at the end of the clip that would have been completely invisible. In this clip, the Gecko's performance is even more impressive, as it cuts through the fog as if the fog wasn't even there. Okay, so the first thing that comes to mind after half an hour of using the Gecko is that the performance is absolutely excellent. The resolution is so high, the detail is amazing, and the second thing is that basically the adjustment knob for the diopters of the eyepiece itself, and it's a little bit protruding out of the body of the device, is uncomfortable after some time. You don't realize it at first, especially if you just occasionally look through the device, but after 15 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour of looking through the device, it becomes uncomfortable because it touches the bridge of your nose in a very sensitive spot. Another small issue is the battery replacement. The battery is indexed by a small notch in the battery compartment and a small square of plastic on the battery body. So when you put the battery inside the compartment, the battery aligns with the notch and allows you to correctly seat the battery inside the compartment. Now, the problem is that the notch inside the battery compartment is made out of plastic, and the battery body also is made of plastic, and the small indexing knob is very thin. So what happens is that you can put the battery inside the compartment and you can actually seat it almost all the way through without it being aligned correctly. When you are in a hurry and you are replacing the battery because there's the game there and there's the people yelling here and your dogs are barking, you don't take too much care about placing the battery inside. You just slam it inside. No, that's not the way to do it. You have to concentrate, put it back in, feel when the battery is aligned, and then you can lock it in. The housing is very smooth, and the single rubber panel is not enough to guarantee a good grip when your hands are wet or slippery from mud or blood. The up and down plus menu control buttons may yield some confusion when we select the magnification and color palette change menu. What happens is that the top button will cycle through all magnification settings, and the down button will cycle through all color palette changes. All of this can be easily solved by reading with a little bit of attention the manual and testing it at home before actually going in the field. The Gecko's laser range finding module can be used in both scanning and single measurement mode. It is very reliable up to about 500 meters. The Gecko also includes a complete movement sensor system. It has a digital compass on top of the display and a clinometer and a cant meter that gives us information both in graphical and digit display. This gives us a complete bearing in regards to our game or target. Rain basically has no effect on the Gecko except for cooling down the ground and everything that's above it. On the field, under the sun, on the other hand, actually have an effect, and it becomes difficult to spot smaller game unless it is actually moving. Color palettes are extremely effective and useful in showing small differences of temperature of the environment and the object that we are observing. So, our opinion on the Gecko 35 Pro by Nitehog. It's a very good product for the hunter, according to the specs that puts this product on the same market positioning as its competitors. The fact that it has a laser rangefinder, the high resolution, the recording capability, the capacity to have a Wi-Fi connection to a smart device. These are all things which are very well received by the hunter and that are quite affordable considering the purchasing price of the device. There are a few things which I did not like. The fact that it's so smooth and that it becomes slippery when it's wet. The fact that the adjustment wheel for the diopters is too next to the nose. And the battery problem, which In the end, a experienced hunter will place a fully charged battery at the beginning of his hunt, and so the replacement battery problem is a non-problem. So for 6 hours, you know that the battery is going to be there and you're going to have the full capability of the product. In the end, it is a positive review, and it has performed perfectly in our test. Please continue following allforhunters.com, and any comments, post them below.